Hello everybody, it's me GhostCritic. The pull list is in. Just got back from the comic book store and now I'm here to show you all my comics. Thank you for joining me. Before I kick off showing you I think it was 9 books on my pull list today. Just to let you know, Friday's video went up. I finally did my Pop Culture Monthly Roundup for May, so there'll be a June one coming up very soon. And of course Sunday was my comic book review video. Thank you to everyone who's already watched and commented on that. I'm catching up with the comments as quickly as I can. This Friday, I don't know. I'll have to have a think about it, and we'll see what strangeness I can come up with to show you. What else? There was a lot of number ones, or there appeared to be a lot of number ones that came out this week. I didn't get any of them. Hawkman, Plastic Man, there was Thor, and there was a new one from Image, The Magic Order, that everyone's going on about, that Netflix comic. I don't quite understand that concept. But no, I've not picked up any of them. Basically, despite the fact that a lot of my comics are coming to an end at the moment, my pull list is getting smaller and smaller, in a few months' time, the whole Sandman universe is kicking off again, and there's about 4 titles that I am very keen to be partaking of. So I'm kind of saving myself for those, which is why I'm not really picking up anything new right now, unless it is an absolute must. I haven't really seen anything of that ilk so far. Right, let's crack on with the books. 4 from Marvel this week. We have issue 3 of 5 of Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man, where he's in this alternate timeline where that moment that he gave up being Spider-Man actually continued and he never went back. But it's all a bit crazy and weird, and I can't really remember how it ended, which makes me think this is a bit late. But I've been enjoying Chip Zdarsky playing around with, you know, timelines. It's not like it hasn't been done before, but he's got an interesting look to it. And with the artwork by Kubert, you can't really go wrong. So I'm enjoying that. X-Men Blue issue number 29, and the start finally of a new storyline. We've got rid of all that Cry Havoc nonsense, and the search for Jimmy Hudson. Well, I can tell you where he is. He's up there in the tree. That's quite easy. Come on, you're X-Men. It's been fair to middling, has X-Men Blue. I read that there's a new X-Men title come up, and I keep forgetting what it's called, but it's got Humberto Ramos on artwork, and he's of the kind of Chris Bichello kind of art that I really like, that real pure comic booky type art, cartoony style almost, that I really enjoy. So I think it's called, is it X-Men Unclassified? It might be. So if that comes out in the near future and this is still fair to middling, I might swap them around. I might drop this and start a new X title, unless this gets suddenly amazing. We've got The Punisher issue 226, and I'm presuming we're going to be wrapping up very soon this whole Iron Man suit, War Machine suit that the Punisher is playing with at the moment. But bless me, we got Kang on the front of that cover by the looks of it, and holding a Punisher mask, I guess. I thought at first it was a Doom mask, and I was thinking, have I got the right comic book here? But no, that looks like some sort of Punisher blood-stained either t-shirt or mask. So let's see how Kang gets into it all. We left the end of last issue with Frank as the Punisher in the War Machine armour, dropping himself off at the CIA, if I remember rightly. So he's got a few secrets he wants to divulge and maybe give him some sort of not freedom, but amnesty for all the badness he's done. Who knows? Very much looking forward to the first annual of the Chip Zdarsky's run on Marvel 2-in-1, The Thing and the infamous Iron Man. So this is Doctor Doom. Always a kind of tenuous relationship between hero and villain that Doom has with members of the Fantastic Four, and especially these two, Doom and the Thing, Ben Grimm. They've had issues in the past. They very much have. So it's going to be fun seeing these two playing off each other. I'm sure it's not going to be a fun ride for either of them. On to DC, of which there are two, and it's part 2 of Flash War, issue number 48. I'm not particularly digging the concept of this whole, which one? Wally West has been kind of extracted out of time, I guess. Reverse Flash has captured him, pulled him aside to have a word about what his future or his present could have been if only X, Y and Z hadn't happened, and part of those were his kids dying. I think I'm getting this right. I'm new to the Flash, but this is what I'm picking up along the way. So this is obviously going to be contentious between him and Barry. Barry already making the mistake of trying to avert things that happened in his past. In his instant, his mother dying, and then we had the whole Flashpoint saga which led into the New 52, which everyone just really enjoyed, didn't they? And the other one, this feels like it's been away for a bit, but you kind of give it a bit of a leeway, because when you get it, there's at least a visual payoff for me personally. But it's a Mr. Miracle issue number 9 from Tom King and Mitch Gerads. Yeah, I say this every time. It's beautiful to look at. I think Mitch Gerads is doing some great work here in not only the use of the panelling with the whole 9-panel grid, but there's some awesome layouts that he really puts together well and tell a story in and of themselves. I'm struggling with the story, let's be honest, but I heard this, I think it was on the iFanboy podcast a couple of weeks ago. I can't remember what they were referencing. It might have been this book, I don't think it was. But the metaphor that they used was for whatever book they were talking about, and I think it relates to this one as well, is that when you first read The Watchmen, did you really know what was going on until A, you'd finished it, and 2, you'd reread it and gave it more, not more attention, but having read through to the end and seeing, and I'm hoping it kind of explains itself by the end, being able to reread it and then picking up all the points along the way. I think this is one of those kind of books. If you are more educated than I am, if you know more than me, and you're understanding what the hell is going on here, then please, pray, do tell me down in the comments section. I'd love to be able to catch up. Finally, 3 books from Image, and we have another of the great Marjorie Liu and Sana Takeda's Monstrous, issue number 17. Fantastic last issue with the whole going into the cavern and the fight with all the kind of robots and then the big demon. It's just a bit of a tour de force at the moment, and I'm really enjoying it. As I've always said, there's a lot of things going on in Monstrous, and at times it is hard to keep up, but I'm just clinging on by my fingernails. But I like that at the moment it's very much action orientated, and there's a lot of battling and demons and the like popping around, so great stuff from those two. Another one fun to have back after, I think, a brief respite. I Hate Fairyland, issue number 19. And yes, it looks like Gertie's in space, and I can't remember how that was happening or how it happened. But this book is always a joy to read. It's hilarious, it's fun packed, it's bright, it's colourful, it's a breath of fresh air from all the serious and important books. So always happy to have that on my pull list. And finally, Wes Craig's The Gravediggers Union, issue number 7. And I think this is a short-lived book by the looks of it. I think it's only got maybe 2-3 issues at the most left to go, and then they're wrapping it all up, if indeed it's that many. I'm cheating, I'm going to look on the last page, but I can't find the last page. Oh, here we go. Oh, there is a to be continued, so there's at least another issue, but I know it's not long for not for the chop, but the end, which is a shame because I've really enjoyed this supernatural kind of BPRD type book. Great stuff. And they're all my books this week. Please let me know. Did you bother picking up any of those new number ones? Tell me down there in the comment section. If you're new to my channel and you don't want to miss out on any future videos, I'm going to try and get something up for Friday. No promises. But there will certainly be a comic book review video on Sunday for your pleasure. Until then, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe, hit the notification bell. You will be notified of any video as soon as it gets uploaded. Until then, enjoy your books, have a great weekend, bye bye.